Ukraine says Russia is preparing a new wave of massive strikes on its energy infrastructure as winter remains brutal. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy, president of Ukraine, says intelligence points to coordinated large-scale attacks even as US-brokered negotiations resume in Geneva.
Intelligence reports that the Russians are preparing new massive strikes on energy, and air defenses must be configured properly. Russian attacks constantly, if you can put it that way, evolve. Evil also develops. Unfortunately, these are combined strikes that require special protection and corresponding support from partners. Any delay in supplying air defense missiles, any untimely delivery works for scaling up the damage from the strikes.
Missile and drone strikes have pushed Ukraine's power grid to the brink, with temperatures plunging to minus 23 degrees Celsius, and over 1 million people facing electricity and heating disruptions. Energy infrastructure has once again become the central front line of the war.
We had 8 ballistic missile attempts today. This winter is one of the most difficult winters in the last 4 years, for many reasons. First, we have massive attacks from Russian Operation Kamikaze drones, then ballistic missile cruise missiles attack our critical infrastructure, and people have no heat or electricity.
Hospitals are operating under emergency conditions, with outages forcing surgeons to work by torchlight. The European Union has delivered nearly 10,000 generators since 2022, but officials warn sustained strikes continue to strain critical services.
It's very difficult to speak after what we just saw. It's innocent people just living their everyday life. We just met a woman who has been targeted in her apartment. A drone entered in through her windows.
The escalation comes despite an energy truce and ongoing talks, with a Ukrainian delegation now in Geneva for another round of negotiations. Kyiv warns continued strikes could harden positions and complicate diplomacy, particularly as Washington weighs further military support.
Right now, everyone is awaiting the continuation of the trilateral meetings. Our delegation is already in Geneva and preparing for the negotiations. Russia cannot resist the temptation of the last days of winter cold and wants to inflict painful blows on Ukrainians. The more of this evil that comes from Russia, the harder it will be for everyone to reach any agreements with them. Partners must understand this. First and foremost, this concerns the United States.
Analysts say energy warfare has become a defining feature of the conflict, applying sustained pressure ahead of any potential settlement. As winter tightens its grip, Ukraine braces for another possible wave of strikes, while negotiations continue under mounting strain.